Hey everyone, hello. It is a design day at Magnolia's in downtown Norfolk. Hey, how are you today? Join me, we're gonna make some porch pots. Is it time? Porch pot season? I'm Amy.
I'm Kate, behind the scenes in my cozy sweatpants.
How are you
not
today?
See my face today.
She is going to sit at her computer and help you know what we're doing here today with the products that we're showing. This is going to be a couple of different designs that we'll be able to sell if somebody would like them. I'll also be telling you what I'm using, so if you're just shopping for supplies today, I'll be showing some fun, all outdoor safe supplies for porch pots. And I'm going to get started with a nice big one in a purple and white combination, blue
so we're
and white.
doing all outdoor safe designs today, and these are the porch pots. And we're making, this one is a liner, which is just a plastic pot,
plastic container
meant to go inside your nice pottery at home that you might have.
Exactly.
Or at least weigh it down with some gravel. So we'll have that today.
We try to ship small, lightweight liner pots to keep the cost down on shipping and to make it versatile, so you can drop this into a bigger outdoor safe planter that you might already have out in your yard. You can drop it in there by scooping out some of the dirt you already have. If you're not going to plant anything this year, this is a strong trend, people. It's a strong trend. The advice to myself this year,
words
hello, is don't spend all that money at the garden center, because then I travel and nobody waters it.
Yep.
It's hard to ask all my friends and family to keep stopping by and watering all my stuff.
Absolutely.
So especially if it's going to be hot this year, who knows what Nebraska gets. So this is the plan this year. We're using some faux stems and bushes today.
We also have our very first spring porch pot kit now available. We're going to show you that at the end and show you how to put it together.
We will.
So that is the process for today. You'll be able to shop that new porch pot kit, and these designs will be able, I can invoice you if you want one of these designs Mom's making today.
There you go.
But let's say hello to some people hopping on. Hello,
Hi,
Barbara,
everyone.
Karen, Patty, Janet, Kathy, Pat, Nancy. Hello, everyone. Good morning, Roseanne and Barb.
Wow.
Sharon's ready. Hello,
everybody's rolling
Mary,
today.
Judy, Carrie, Jan, Lorraine, Jana Lynn, Jennifer. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you for joining us today. We have some beautiful outdoor safe designs that Mom's going to make.
Starting with the berry branch.
Oh, yeah, the budding berry branch.
Outdoor safe. Start at the top, work my way down. Here is what we're going to do today. That's the height. This is a nice over 40-inch tall stem. It is outdoor safe plastic.
Yes, and it's $11.50. It's called the green berry branch.
So it's nice twig-looking, fresh bud design. I like that piece, and it's going to be super durable for outside use, since it's always pretty questionable what things do in the heat and the sun, but that one's going to do well. We're also going to use a Rudbeckia stems today. Those are very pretty. This is a return from last year. Love these Rudbeckia stems. They flew out of here. I'm going to stagger a couple of those in here today.
Also, if you are new to our channel, welcome to the flower family.
Hi, everyone.
I am dropping links to all of these items so that way you can find them directly on the website. But we also have a very easy to use website where you go to shopmagnoliasonline.com, and you can search the keywords. So Rudbeckia, berry branch, cornflower, and you'll be able to find the items on our website pretty easy.
You might have guessed, this is the cornflower bush. We're going to glue everything in today so it's super durable. If this goes to your house, it will be wind resistant as long as you get it in a heavier planter or dump some sand or small pea gravel in the gaps around the styrofoam. There's plenty of gaps to dump some weight in there if you want to. Otherwise, just put it in something heavier. Even antique things like crocks and vintage buckets, pails work well to get your color going, or get your weight going. Add some color maybe to it as well. This is really a pretty cornflower bush. I like how the blue and white combo is really fresh and not as robust for color going into the spring season. We'll take it a little bit easy going into the spring season. We're going to add one of our UV protected geraniums. This year we have lots of colors. We have white, red, pink, and a cream pink color combination. You're going to be very excited to know that, and there's also more than one size in some of the colors. These need just a little bit of shaping, but the key thing is the UV resistant finish that they've put on our geraniums, which makes the red ones especially great for outdoor work, and we sell hundreds of them every year.
And this is the small geranium. So we have small geraniums and large geraniums. The small ones are $25.50, the large are $39.50, and you'll tell that they are huge bushes, those big ones.
They are. The larger ones are great even for hanging planter opportunities. That's something people asked us a lot about last year, so we'll be doing more of those this year. Okay, we're getting this really in there. I'm working to get that to drape over the front so we have a nice staggered full design. Now we can start adding in some greenery. We're going to use this UV protected pothos plant. It's a pretty vibrant, brighter green marble finish. I love the fullness of it. It is a great one for outdoors. It's rated as a UV protected item as well. And we're going to pop that over on the side to make this nice and full underneath the rudbeckia. There's a big gap here. So we're filling this out in the 2/3 of the way around. I usually leave the back unfinished, and you might wonder why I don't put moss in. I never send the porch pots out with moss because in my experience, the birds just pull the moss out and use it to make nests. So never mind about that.
Or make a nest in your pot as well.
That's true. Yeah, right where the supplies are.
Yes. Jennifer's excited for spring porch pot designs. Hi, Joni and Sheila.
It's time.
Hello, Norma. Karen missed us last week. Oh, well, I hope you're doing better, Karen. She was in the hospital.
Uh-oh.
Thinking of you.
Hope
Hi,
you're
Kathy.
resting up, Karen.
Kim, Jennifer, and Holland, ready for spring porch pots, Janet says.
Using this Hoya, the one I showed at my house, we learned that it is called a Hoya plant. And he will live over here on the other side where the cornflower comes down a little bit, so I don't need as big of a plant, just something to fill. So we've got a spilling over draping piece on this side and just a little fullness for the greenery over on that side.
And if you're wondering about pricing, I am dropping links to all these items and you can see the prices there.
There you go.
The Hoya's $12.50. There's lots of pretty ones, and you can scroll back up. If you miss a comment and you need a link to something, do let me know and I'll reply with a link to that.
I'm just going to use a little bit of this leather fern bush here, and I'm not going to take the whole chunk. So let's see, I should actually hand you this and tell you I'm using half of the leather fern.
Okay.
And that is going to be...
Is that your last thing?
Yes. We're going to leave the back of it kind of unfinished. Just worry about making sure the front 2/3 are full. I'm going to pull a couple stems of this out of the bush segment here. I think I can just take 3 chunks and use it to fill in a couple of holes. And that'll work out great.
Jane said, this is such a pretty blue. It makes me anxious for the warm weather.
I know, isn't that nice to get some bright, fresh color? And blue's going to be such a on-trend color this year. Blue and white combinations are popping up in clothing and decor.
And Kathy, that base greenery is the pothos, the variegated pothos.
It's a beautiful pothos. We brought this one back from last year. If it performed well for us last year, it will be on the list again this year if they make it. Sometimes these vendors don't run the same things we like over and over again, but we are able to get a good chunk of them this year, especially those geraniums. We buy hundreds of geraniums, and if you haven't ever bought our UV protected outdoor safe geraniums, you should. This is a nice little fern for filling and softening things up. You just got to open it up and shape it out and glue a little tip of that right through the middle here just to fill. So this is not going to be an overly full planter. Light and airy. We're going to quit while we're ahead and call it simple, simple, simple. So deliberately sending this one to you with a little nakedness in the back because from the front and the 2/3 of the way around, it's finished. And in my experience, you're setting it against your house or you're putting it against the garage or somewhere in a corner, and that is going to be sufficient for filling it in without going crazy on the money for it. And you get some nice height with the twigs there. Beautiful look. And the container that it's in, if this needs to drop into a planter that you have, this one is 10 inches across the top, just under 10, and it is only 8 inches tall for the planter if you want to sit it inside your own container. But the total height of this piece is 40 to the top of the bud, way up here. I think the majority of it is more like 24, but you do have some little buds extending up to 40 inches. So again, that's the pothos, that's UV protected, outdoor safe. Rudbeckia, Rudbeckia, that comes in white, and we have something similar, a coneflower in pink.
What are we naming this design?
Oh, I don't have a name for this one. Does somebody want to name this? That would be fun. This is going to be cornflower over here. I use part of a leather bush, the berry bud branch, and that is the Hoya over on the side as well, tucked in there for some nice color at the bottom to fill that in. So hey, if I lean over, I can read everybody's comments. There you are. Thank you, thank you. And you've got a...
Yep, I'm totaling it up.
You've got a list there, Kate, to read.
I do. Debbie says those geraniums are awesome. I put the red ones in hanging baskets and they were beautiful.
Exactly.
Kathy's trying to screenshot. She says, hold still.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I know I missed a bunch. Oh yeah, Karen loves ferns. I love
There
ferns
we go.
too.
She'll get the total for you.
They are classic. You can keep that.
Okay.
And I'm adding it up here quick.
Let's see. These little guys are metal buckets. This is going to be a step sitter, all ready to go for outdoor use, but it will be light. So if you want anything to be less topply, just be sure
Did we
that...
name it?
I don't know. Is somebody naming our pot?
Touch of Spring, I saw.
Touch of Spring.
Okay, so this design,
That
Touch
works.
of Spring, is $139.
Okay. She's got it.
$139, Touch of Spring. Can we make more than one, Mom?
Yes, we can. We can make more than one, and the
And just know that the
container-
back is more open, right?
You might have to, yes, just
the
know
back
the back's
is open because it's going to sit up next to your house. If you need that filled in, let us know and we can add a few dollars on to fill that out. So this is the Touch of Spring with the budding big berry branch to get some height there for $139. And it's calling
Very
your
fun.
name.
And you know, the best thing about these planters, I do have just a couple of that liner pot, but we're gonna have to switch gears to different liner pots. It's time to get our stash in, and I've been unable to receive them, so we're kind of using the ones that we still have from last year. I don't have a lot of any one style, but let me know if you wanted multiples. I'll see if I can find 2 containers that match each other.
Shannon's like, that didn't take you any time at all.
Oh, well, I
did
kind of
not.
had it in my head.
It was really fast.
And you know, we didn't cut things apart. We used them intact. So if you're doing your planter at home, whether you're gluing one together or you're putting it right in your dirt, those same components, you could grab them and pop them into your dirt-filled container at home. This is going to be a watermelon bush. It's nice and short for filler. I know that one's got a tag on it for $10.50. This is nice outdoor product. This is very...
Is that the vine or the short?
This is the short one. This is the one we bring back every year because he is very good for filling, but it does help if you open it up a little bit and shape it. It'll be good for taking up some real estate. We're going to use the tulip for the standout showiness. This is a less expensive tulip that we bought specifically so that we could get a low price point with lots of showy color for outside use, and then we do carry the natural touch tulips for indoor use. That's more important when you're looking at them up close on your dining table. This type of thing, if it's small enough to sit on a step, I'm gonna make this go all the way in there. It will be a lot less expensive and showy and maybe a different quality level when you're working outside than inside stems.
You really had to force that one in there.
I did. Well, we have 2 kinds of foam in here. We layer the expensive foam over some filler foam, and then sometimes it's a struggle. So that tulip is nice and full. He's a good sized tulip, and that also comes in purple. I didn't bring the purple one up here, but the purple is very plummy, like this kind of color of plum.
There's actually a pink one too.
Oh, yeah, there is a hot pink right beside me. So it comes in hot pink, purple, and yellow. And if you have the price on that one?
$12.50 for the bush.
Oh, that's why I bought them, to keep the cost down for you. Only $12.50. Okay, so big and showy. We got to start thinking about cemetery work too. That's going to be a great one for using at the cemetery to decorate. These are our traditional purple iris. We're going to use 2 of these today. They are indoor outdoor. We also have the blue color, but I'm going to use this rich deep purple. Both traditional iris colors. They are $7.50 a stem, I see. Let me stagger 2 of them in here. This is gonna need, I bet I'm gonna need a branch. Oh good, I've got one more branch to put in. I kind of like those branches at the top. They're gonna be okay for shipping to you, but they add nice height. Yeah,
That
here we go
foam
again.
is really giving you some difficulty.
I know. It's okay.
I mean,
it will
it's
work.
really going to be in there.
It's in there. It's not coming out.
It's not going anywhere.
It's not coming out. That's
funny.
for sure.
If you're just joining us, we're doing some porch pot designs today, and we have our first spring porch pot kit up next.
Yay.
And then we're going to be done for the day because we are actually spending the day recording our first course, our online course.
You've waited.
So that is coming soon. Karen said, do you make arrangements in boots?
Yes, in fact, we've done cowboy boots before, and just recently Deb was designing for a customer a memory piece in someone's shoe or shoes. I don't know if she used two shoes.
I think it was both shoes, yeah.
A lady's pair of dress shoes. She designs some florals in there. And you know, we do the custom design work. If you have projects that are quick and easy to describe, you can call and visit with our floral designers, Deb and Jane, and place your order through photos, text, and messages. But if you have a project where we've been doing a walkthrough of a living room, Jane's been doing FaceTime appointments, you can talk with Jane or Deb for up to 30 minutes for $30, and they are actually doing multiple designs for people. So if you have your living room, dining table, fireplace, for instance, you want it all to coordinate, you want to send us containers, or you just want us to see everything, that FaceTime appointment makes it work. And is there a way to get that? Just call and visit with Connie?
Yeah.
Connie sets it up? Okay.
Yeah, Connie sets them up.
Good
Jane
deal.
said she got tulips last year from us. They're the best that she's seen. So lifelike and sturdy. You must have gotten the Real
good.
Touch
You might have got the
tulip
little
bundles that we have. I love those bundles.
They
Ron,
are-
hello in Palm Springs.
Hi, Ron.
We don't know what porch pots are.
Oh,
I love the
okay.
spring one Amy just made. Porch pots are definitely a big thing around here because we have something like this that is it's in a metal pot that you can just set right out, pour a little gravel in to make sure you hold it down, and it can go right out. And then we make something like this in a liner meant to be hidden in your nice pot at home. But this makes it where you can get a professionally designed arrangement that's outdoor safe, and you can stick it in your pot at home, and the shipping is not crazy on it, which is what we're trying to work out.
Trying to minimize the shipping. So I just split this Nandina bush in half.
Jennifer said that's your workout for today.
Yeah, there you go. Pressing. So the designs for porch pots, I don't know that I did not coin the phrase porch pot, but it helps people understand to have a little title for things. You could say planters as another substituting word, but basically everybody many times puts plants outside. You put real things out there, you water them, you try to give them the right kind of light, the right kind of water without being rained on too much so that they die from too much rain or too much drought or too much heat or too much sun. You know, trying to decide which
All
plants
the
like to
things.
live where is the issue. So this takes the guesswork out of it. It doesn't require anything. They're maintenance free, and people are enjoying decorating their porches with our pots. Therefore, the porch pot has grown into a pretty strong magnolias trend. I'm going to use one of my top UV protected ivies. This is a returning item year after year, $25. This is the garden ivy bush. It's got a long viney piece at 28 inches. We're just going to cut off a couple of the shorter ones and not use the whole thing because it's a good filler. I love the variegated finish on it. The variegated look is exactly what we need when we're doing this outdoor stuff because you get the contrast of the white edges and it brightens everything up. So we're just going to cut a few pieces off of there. That way we get our naked spots filled in here, and then we could probably add something else for color also. Maybe I'll just put a little bit of our lilac at the bottom. These containers are smaller, so I don't think I need entire bushes of everything, but some of them are necessary. So we're going to use these little short pieces and fill in a little bit down here on both sides so we get some trailing. These little metal planters would need weight. There's still room inside there to dump sand or pea gravel, which will dump in and add enough weight if you stand it on a stair tread. It's the right size to sit on a stair step.
Sharon, she says evening from UK.
Hello, welcome, welcome.
It's bright, sunny.
Wherever you are. Yes, it's a beautiful day out. The sun's finally coming out.
I was just looking at the orders coming in today, and oh my gosh, Mom, we didn't even mention today's sale.
Oh, the deal of the day.
The deal of the day. So if you missed it, we're doing a Share the Love countdown, where every day we have a different sale going, a certain item on sale. We had free Beekman lip balms one day. We had buy one, get one 25% off. We have all sorts of different deals. So today we have a sale on succulents that I see everyone has been taking full advantage of.
Oh,
so it's the
great.
Succa for you day. 15% off succulent designs and stems. I'll drop a link to all the succulents so you can
Oh, we should probably show a couple succulent planters.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
I completely forgot. We've been pretty focused on our project for the day. Here's a lilac. This is an inexpensive lilac. Boy, I ordered stems of high-end lilacs. I wonder where those are.
Sorry, Grandma, I was muted that
Oh,
whole
shoot.
time.
She was muted.
You might
She's
have
going to
heard
have
me
to
in a
repeat. This lilac
quiet
bush
voice.
is 1950 in its whole form. I'm cutting off a few stems to use. This is the less expensive lilac. I expected some single stems by now. I better check on that now that they have not shown up to see where they're back ordered. It's time to have all those spring stems. Today, though, of our deal of the day for our 14 days of Share the Love promotion is succulents. So as Kate was saying, whether you like to buy single stem succulents for your trays or your own DIY designs, or you would like to buy some planters, little containers of succulents that we have ready to go, everything is how much today? 15% off in that category. Oh, that's fantastic news. That way you can get some deals. Happy to help you out with a little sale today, and you can decorate with succulents, which is still very trendy, especially the ones that we do in colors. The colored succulents get a lot of attention. So we got 3 and 2. We're going to put 5 little clippings of our lilac bush, half of that in today, and offset 2 on one side, 3 on the other, and then we're just going to need a little focal point in the front, in the middle here. What if we use... I haven't planned what that needs to be. Let's see. Let's figure out what that needs to be. Maybe oh, you know what it needs? It needs pink. It needs pink. I just decided. So it either needs this or it needs the coneflower.
Kind of like the coneflower.
The coneflower? Okay, we'll go with the coneflower. It is the same price as a Rudbeckia, similar shape, 2 different vendors, $8, $8.50 for this pretty pink blushy mauve color.
Is that what it's called in the tag, as a coneflower?
No, it's an echinacea.
There we go.
Echinacea, spell that. It's a lot easier to spell coneflower, but that's exactly what it is. I think that's the common name for the product. And
it's actually called is it the Circe?
The Circe?
Cerise, like Saoirse.
Oh, cerise?
Is that what it is?
Cerise is the
I think
color.
of that actress, Saoirse.
Oh, the Irish actress Saoirse.
Saoirse.
That little gal with the hard name. Here's your stems.
I actually have it pulled up here, so
you go.
I'm good.
That's fun. I guess the cerise color is descriptive of the mauve, and the echinacea name is descriptive of a coneflower. I don't know.
Funny.
We made it hard on ourselves there, didn't we? Okay, we're going to add that to the front. Better dip it in some glue. Excellent. Nice texture combo. Good, interesting blend, and it is jumping out dramatically out of the watermelon bush.
Joyce
I
has
like
a question here.
Sure.
Is there a way to fix a misshapen faux floral in a bunch?
Steaming it. I would wet it, dampen it, steam it. It probably doesn't hurt to get it wet. If it's just a polyester flower and it went like this, I'd probably wet it and try to shape it with my hands and then position it so when it dried, gravity was helping it open up. I'm guessing that's probably what has happened. And sometimes they're just not wired and they don't want to bounce back. That can happen, in which case bury it in a big wreath so it's not the star of the show. That's probably the way to do it. Okay, this one we're gonna just call it good. It has a loosely filled in, and again, reminder, I'm not using Spanish moss for outdoor use because the birds just take it. Plus it also gathers mildew, depending on where you live. It's dirty when it gets lots of dust in it. You can wash these off, like lay them over on their side, hose them off, just make sure the water runs out of the bucket. That is outdoor safe use and it doesn't hurt them. Okay, this looks like a spring garden step sitter. If you want to call it the spring garden.
Spring
We're not
garden.
super original in title today, but the spring garden step sitter would be a good title.
And this one is $129.
$129. Let's measure it. Again, that little planter, if I didn't say before, is 7 by 7. It's a metal galvanized bucket that comes with it, and it's all glued in there. The total height now is 29 inches tall. And it's about 20 inches wide.
So again, if you want this piece, quick take a screenshot, send us a message. First message gets it. We can make more.
We can copy it, yes.
We
Exact
can
copy
do that.
in the exact pot is possible.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful.
Maybe you need a
Cuteness.
pair to do a balanced pair. We could make them offset.
Yeah, if you had.
That would be great.
Okay, so that's 2 designs.
Good deal.
And now we have our first porch pot kit. Before I get to the porch pot kit, let's mention today's sale.
Oh, sure. Show me a
I'll
couple.
hand you this
so
guy.
Succulents, 15% off through midnight tonight. Our daily deal pops up on Facebook every day. If you want to check there, we have a Facebook event where she is noting every day's new deal of the day. You can take advantage of that sale, and we have unusual things, different types of promotions each day. Today just happens to be a 15% off promotion. This succulent planter is called the 9-inch Sarah design for $82. This one's fun because it has a real amethyst gemstone in there. We buy these lower price point gemstones in 2 different types. This amethyst is hanging out in here with some fun, funky, different kinds of succulents, grasses, and there's a touch of burgundy and a touch of dusty mauve in this fun glossy black ceramic planter. And that was the $82 Sarah planter. Do you have more that I can
Just that
check?
one.
Just that one?
Yeah, they're way in the back, so you're getting one
okay.
today. I
There's-
dropped lots of links.
Trying to think what else there is that is falling under the realm of planters. But, you know, we also have a Valentine's Day planter that is 25% off that you could grab too that has succulents in it.
Pam had a question. Do you sell
Yes.
those flames that you were showing in your home tour? Yes, they're called Fia flames. I'm dropping a link right now.
Those are
We
fun.
have 2 colors, 2 sizes of each color,
Right.
small and tall.
My home, I was showing in the video the older style, and they are the warm color. So if you liked the warm, rich glow of mine, they are a little yellower. And now we sell them all with remotes, 2 different heights, and you can choose from a cool white color or a warm color the way that mine was.
Yes.
And remote comes with all of it, so very handy.
Another question, Becky says she's not a
Sure.
big fan of iris. What would you use instead?
If you didn't use the iris for height, there are really pretty freesia stems that are a little smaller.
This even is a cool...
Poppy stems would work out well. You just need something singular. You could use this echinacea as the star of the show. We have this bachelor button spray. That's really pretty as well. That
And we're
bachelor
putting new
button-
designs online every day. Now we're kind of getting into Porch Pot Central, so you'll see a lot of porch pots in the online store
We'll
shortly.
get to designing them. That'll be on the docket for this
Yes,
week.
it will. Okay, so now
fun.
this is our kit. We're doing something different with our stem bundles. Kit, stem bundle, whatever you call them. It is not the pot, it is all the stems and a tutorial, which we'll be doing here in a moment. So that way you can watch the video, you can get the kit in the mail, and you'll see exactly how to put this magnificent creation together, getting a full
you go.
design without having to guess at heights and layering and shapes. When you're shopping the online store, it can be a little difficult. So we put
that's the
together
key.
kits, porch
You
pot
just want
kits.
to note that unlike the ones I just glued in, this one is going to come to you in stems and bushes, the components. So I'm going to disassemble it and show you just what I mean here.
Yes, so this is the Spring Fling Porch Pot Kit, and you'll see the page for this looks a little different. We're having a glitch with the button, so if you see a blue bar, that is how you add it to cart. The words.
Oh, the words have
I
left.
messaged the support team. The words have left. So if you buy the kit, you actually get 5% off, taking it $10 off. So it was a value of $185. If you get the kit, it is only $175. So you're getting $10 off. And you get a tutorial, and you get everything laid out for you, exactly what you need.
You don't have to look through our website and try to guess the staggering heights and complementing colors.
Yes.
We'll do more. There's more lined up right behind this one. This is just the one we had ready for the online store today, this gorgeous pussy willow. And this is an anemone bush in an unusual color combo. That is the star of the show. This is a very full planter, deliberately made so that you could, this one actually has a plant for the back. That way, whether your planter is the same size as mine or slightly larger, you have the extra plant to give it some fullness. And nothing is cut. It's all original. And this is my demo pot. You can see I've demoed in it many times. So that is the design that I'm putting it in is 10 inches across and 10 inches tall. Your planter, it would work fine on up to like a 16, 18 inch round planter. If it gets a little bigger, you're gonna need to grab some extra stems or some extra greenery. Let's start with the top and work our way down, which is generally how I like to do it. Not always, but generally. It's gonna fall apart. There we go.
Over there.
Get this height in here in this sad little used foam. This is a really pretty wax flower spray. It's 3 segments to it, so that gives it the height. This is a nice tall planter as well, and this dogwood stem comes really tall. That one, if it's too tall for you, you can cut it down. You can insert it more deeply into the dirt at your house, or you can also use a stick, like get something from the yard or a dowel or something and tie these tall stems to a stick or something for support if you're worried that the wind's going to take them. Then we'll get that pussy willow stem up in there really high and add our 2 show-stopping flowers. This one staggers in the front, and it has short and tall pieces, I noticed. So you kind of have to pull the short ones forward and let the tall ones be behind to create a nice staggered effect here. Kind of necessary, working backwards. And then the geraniums, since this size is the shorter size, we have been using them in the front pretty successfully because they're broad. They have a lot of fullness. The leaves are really wide, and they fill up a lot of real estate in the front of a planter. So I've been using those pretty much in the front at the small size of geraniums. Excuse me. And then I'm going to put in our taller plants here. This, I think they call this one a Nephitis.
It's a syngonium.
Oh, syngonium. Okay.
Yeah, that.
Similar.
I can never say it.
It is something we had last year and really liked the strong look how bright it is. It brightens everything up. So you get a lot of color. Now these stems are going to come unshaped, so don't forget, mine has been shaped already, so it's going in here without me manipulating it a lot, but it does need some shaping, and when it's flat out of a box, this one is pretty flat, it helps considerably if you move every little stem, give it some curves and some bends, take away the stick straight aspect of how it was flattened and chipped. That's the key. Give it some movement. God doesn't make things stick straight, but China does. So we have to give it some softening up here. This is going to be in the back of the planter. If your planter is bigger, this could be used off to the side over here on the side of the anemone. There we go. This is a completely plastic bush of ferns, but it has multiple types. It's absolutely a hit. Also a UV protected bush. Very nice for fullness, color, texture, just a winner all around. There we go. So that's giving us a filled in. This one I am including that extra piece just for good fullness. And then we're going to do some offset ferns, a left and a right. So I used one of them bent down a little bit here to spill over out from underneath the syngonium bush, and the other one upright to balance it, kind of asymmetrical across over here. So a left and a right one at an angle from each other. And then these two little bright colored pieces are going to really pull that fun accent out of the center of the anemone, and they can just pop up on top as well. Just a left and a right for some extra wispiness and some height. Takes away from all the round shapes of the geranium and the anemones to get those spikes in there. And those are blue bonnets, by the way. They're inexpensive and they come in 3 colors and add a lot of interest to your designs when you're doing porch pots. I bring them back every year because they're economical. They hold their color, they're only $5.50, and they look amazing indoors and outdoors. Okay, so that combination comes together. What did we name this planter, Kate?
So this is the Spring Fling Porch Pot Kit, and it comes with, I'll drop a link again, it comes with all the pieces that you'll see in the summary.
Great.
And then the regular price is $185, but if you buy the kit, you actually get $10 off, making it $175.
You just have to
which is a good deal.
Your own planter with dirt in it, or you can use your own planter to glue some foam in. And if you are using the dirt from last year, just trim off all your dead plants that might be in there. Don't disrupt the dirt and loosen it. It's better if you leave the roots in and just stick this into that hard and massive soil, which will hold it a lot better than if you fluff up the dirt and make it loose.
Absolutely.
So that's the tip of the day.
Beautiful.
This is really
so that
fun.
is our first porch pot kit
We
of
got
the
it done.
season. We will have a lot more coming. This is a really classic piece because we're using some of our favorites.
And we're starting out with a
fresh.
little bit more of a pastel color palette. This is a great Mother's Day look. Wouldn't this be a fun Mother's Day gift?
Oh, that would be a great Mother's Day gift.
This would be a fantastic Mother's Day gift. If you put this together at your mom's house, or you can put it together and deliver it. It's
Judy
really
had a
be
question.
fun.
She said, will you have step sitter kits?
Oh, yeah, we should, because they're small.
We've not talked about that.
They're small. That makes it easy. I wonder if we can ship
We could probably
containers.
sell, the pot with
That
it
would be
too.
easier. Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is shipping large containers because it makes the box so big.
Yes,
Fun.
absolutely.
Well,
so this kit is now available. I will add this tutorial that you just did to the product description, so you can go back later and watch the tutorial and put it together right there with Mom.
There you go. You can take your phone outside.
And pause it as much as you want.
Rewatch, rewind.
Yep.
Take your phone outside to your planter.
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, we're going to go keep working today on this nice sunny Monday. We're closed today, even though phones are going off.
The phones are going to ring anyway. But that's okay. We're going to keep working on our courses. More for that. More coming up on that soon.
Absolutely.
And take advantage of the succulents deals today. I need to restock succulents. I'm betting I'll especially need to restock
There's a
succulents
lot
after
of sold
today.
out stuff. Yeah. All right,
They're going
everyone.
fast. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, and have a happy Monday.
Awesome. Have a great one.